What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today there's a new set of Digimon tournament promos that we need to go and take a little bit of a look at. And I, for one, am rather delighted indeed, because there's Digimon tournament promos. For anyone keeping count, this is the 5th lot of Digimon tournament promos we have seen so far. It looks very, very much like our tournament packs over here are going to mimic or ape the tournament packs over in Japan. So basically, at some point a little ways down the road, we are going to get our 5th lot of tournament packs, and they're going to look very, very much like these ones. And I, for one, am delighted. Of course, it is very much worth bearing in mind that this is a really important thing. These are all reprints. All 4 of these cards contained within are reprints. That means that there is absolutely no reason to pick these up unless you are a completionist, or you like the artwork, or you just like having cool tournament promos. And I love that. As far as I'm concerned, the absolute best way to handle tournament promos that not everyone can attend tournaments and not everyone can actually pick up is to have alternate art reprints. Alternate art is brilliant. Let's take Stingmon as an example. That's one we're going to be talking about a bunch today. Alternate arts, as far as I'm concerned, are perfect. Because on the one hand, you get the cool alternate art cards, which are only available at tournaments. So you do get something cool for turning up. You get a cool entry prize. And you want to go to a tournament and get something cool, right? You don't want to go to a tournament and just only get packs. I mean, some people do, I suppose that's fine. But I like going to tournaments and getting exclusive cards. That makes me feel happy. It's a good way to do things. But I don't want to miss out if I can't make it to a tournament. And that is exactly what we get with alternate art promos. We get all the fun of exclusive cards, but we don't have to stress about the fact that we're missing out on exclusive playable cards. The alternate art is lovely, and if you don't want to take advantage of this, don't. It's awesome. Now, Stingmon is the real headliner, so to speak. Remember, there's always one of these that comes around as essentially the prize card for the person that wins a tournament, which comes as a fancy extra shiny version. And this time around, it is Stingmon. There is a quote-unquote regular version of Stingmon as well that is just coming in the pack normally. But this is the kind of fancy winner's version. Again, the winner's version looks kind of similar to the regular version, except it's all kind of fancyified a little bit. And this is wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wonderful. Now, Stingmon itself is a pretty cool card. It's a 1-cost to Digivolve level 4, which is cheaper than average, to be frank. And on your turn, once during your turn, when you delete an opponent's Digimon in battle and survive, you gain a memory, which is honestly awesome. I mean, obviously you're working up to Bancho Stingmon here, which has piercing, and when you attack a Digimon with 12,000 power or more, you get 7,000 extra power, goes up to 16, and security attack +2. So essentially you got 16,000 power, which makes you more powerful than any non-boosted Digimon. And when you take them out, you've got piercing, and then you get security attack +2, so you're actually taking out 3 security cards, but you got 16,000 power, so unless they're boosted, there ain't a security card that's going to take you out, not Digimon anyway, some option cards obviously will. And then you're getting a memory while you do so. Bancho Stingmon's pretty cool, and Stingmon is a really nice option for evolving up into it. Quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very cool card, and I mean, as a green player, right, I like me some green. This is very, very cool. It's a card that I am frankly rather fond of. Now, there is one for 4 different colours, or 4 in total. In terms of the blue one here, we've got ourselves a little bit of the old XVmon. Lovely skill here. When you Digivolve, you unsuspend one of your level 4 or lower Digimon. So XVmon is, again, one of these really cool ones. I mean, if you're just playing a blue deck generally, This can help you out quite nicely, but to be honest, the only real reason to underspend a level 3 or 4, well, there's two reasons, I suppose. To underspend them so that they are underspended, i.e. cannot be attacked during your opponent's turn, or to underspend them so that they can attack, but do bear in mind if you're attacking with a level 3 or 4, it is not that likely you're going to survive the attack, because of the whole super low power thing that you've got going on here. So, Rookie Rush. And this works beautifully in a Rookie Rush deck, because you are basically trying to use little Digimon to attack. So, if you've got a suspended level 3 or 4, you can unsuspend and go. Now, of course, there is another strong argument that, well, hang on a second, isn't this just gonna... You know, you attack with a level 3 or 4, but they're super weak, so they're going to get deleted. Maybe. But let's not worry about that for now, ladies and gentlemen. It's really cool. It unsuspends one of your Digimon. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I like it quite a bit. It's a cool card. And again, if you don't like the card, you've got a cool alternate artwork to put in your binder. And if you do like the card, we've got other ways of actually going about doing so. Either way, I feel all right about this. Now, in terms of black here, we have got ourselves a lovely reprint of Guardramon here. I like Guardramon. Guardramon can't attack, which is a little bit sad. We like attacking sometimes, but you're a 7,000 power level 4 blocker. And that's it, right? That's why we're liking this. This is where we are. It is a 7,000 power level 4 blocker. Now, for what it's worth, 7,000 power is the average power that we see on level 5s. So level 4s, this should be able to block and survive. Weak level 5s, you should be able to block and survive. An average level 5, you should be able to block. And fine, you'll go down when you block, but you're still blocking and deleting them. I suppose I should make that super clear. It's not just that you can block a 74,000 power Digimon, but it's the fact that you are blocking them and surviving, ready to block next turn. That is what is so gosh darn good about this. I really like this. I really like Guardramon. I think it's great in black decks. It's not cheap to Digivolve. It is a 2-cost to Digivolve. Having said that, I mean, we've got 1 cost to Digivolve, but it's Numemon and it's Tankmon, and they are vanilla cards. And they're cool, don't get me wrong. You know, Numemon is a 3 cost to play normally. Tankmon is more powerful than your average level 4. There are reasons to play those cards, but having an especially powerful blocker that is just your average cost to Digivolve up, I think we can get a little bit excited about that, ladies and gentlemen. I think these are things we can get all on board with. Now, there are a couple of other ones here. No, there's not. I'm lying to you. We've looked at 3 so far. There is one more to take a look at. It is purple, and it has to be Lady Devamon, because it is a level 5 purple Digimon that is an 8 cost to play normally. I suppose it could have been Black War Growlmon as well, but it's definitely not Black War Growlmon. By the way, if you're ever looking for somewhere to do a bit of research on Digimon cards and change the parameters and say, hey, how many 8-cost level 4 purple Digimon actually are there? Sorry, level 5. Well, head on over to digimoncard.dev. That's what I do. I'm not sponsored by them. They haven't asked me to give them shout-outs or anything. It's just an awesome website I use on a pretty regular basis. And honestly, if you guys aren't using it, you probably should be too. But anyway, Lady Devamon. Well, when you Digivolve, you draw 2 and trash 2. So you don't end up with a card advantage, but you do end up cycling your deck. You don't end up with more cards in hand, but you do get to see more cards. And that's actually still pretty cool. It means you are more likely to draw into the cards that you want. But the other thing is here, you are trashing 2 cards of your choice from your hand. And of course, purple plays from the trash quite a bit. Purple's got a whole bunch of cards that let you play from the trash. So this lets you essentially decide what to put in the trash, so you can play from the trash more effectively later, which is totally the kind of thing that purple decks do. Yep. This, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty gosh darned good for me. I like these cards. And I love, and I've said this before in this video, I'm going to say it one more time, I adore the fact that what we've got here is alternate art cards. Because what that means is You can either take advantage of this and go along and enjoy them, or you can just flat out ignore them, and either way works just as well as the other, and that makes me very happy indeed. But now I want to know what you think about all of these cards. I want to know how you view them. I want to know which of these you want to pick up. I want to know how much you feel good about alternate art promo cards, or whether you would have exclusives, although if you think that way, we are going to disagree. Hey ho, let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Me nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.